Thomas, what are you doing?
Experimenting?
No!
Oh, so this is your idea.
What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and you guys have sent me a video on Discord that's pretty much got every single Stewie Griffin fight scene imaginable up in that mug. You guys want to watch the original video? Link in the description down below. Let's do this.
Number 1. Bertram tries to erase Stewie's ancestors in Season 9, Episode 16. After Lois left, Stewie confided in Brian about wanting to order an item through a magazine. Brian mocked him, joking that Stewie would end up ordering the guy on the cover of the magazine.
What do you want to order? Oh wait, let me guess. Him.
He got you, Stewie!
Stewie fires back with a cutting remark, which leads Brian and Chris to tease him.
You would take the magazine and you'd put it on the floor and pee on it because you're a dog and you're stupid and you have a weird toenail halfway up your elbow.
Nice comeback.
Jeez, that one was all over the place.
To get the upper hand, Stewie decides to turn back time and outdo Brian in mocking him, and succeeds.
What do you want to order? Oh wait, let me guess. Him.
Really? Why would I order your ex-boyfriend?
He got you, Brian!
Stewie is thrilled and wonders why he hadn't thought of this before, now always having his own signature comeback, much like the guy controlling the landing of the moon mission.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Roger that, Neil. We came in peace for all the peoples of the earth. We read you, Neil.
The guy, Neil, goes on to explain that humanity didn't choose the moon because it was easy, but because it was hard. Quite a contradiction, isn't it?
We chose to go to the moon not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Had a lot of help down here, Neil. We have slipped the surly bonds of earth and touched the face of God. Yeah, if you could just grab some rocks, Neil, throw them in a bag, we'll get you home safe and sound.
Stewie then plans to go back in time to embarrass Brian further. He travels back to the courtship of Stewie's father, to the moment when Brian is about to sing Peanut Butter Jelly Time.
Oh, don't feel bad, Peter. Hey, I know what'll cheer you up. Hey, where the hell's my banana thing?
It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
Stewie steals Brian's banana suit and performs the song for Peter instead, making him laugh.
Peanut butter jelly time, where yet, where yet?
Oh my God! Oh, Stewie, that is so funny! Oh, I did not see that coming!
Brian, frustrated, tells Stewie that it was his joke, but Stewie dismisses it, saying it was an internet meme.
But that was my thing.
I'm pretty sure it was the internet's thing. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Next, Stewie plans to disrupt his earlier date with a Victoria's Secret model, which Brian discovers and tries to stop him. Stewie and Brian begin fighting for control of the time machine.
No, don't touch that. Come on, let me see that.
Move out of the way.
No, you can't. I'm not gonna let you do this. You just touched my boob. I'm gonna tell Mom.
Inadvertently being thrown out of the space-time continuum to a place with no past, no future, and no universe, but only an advertisement for Cleveland's show. Hilarious, right?
But still somehow a large, brightly colored promo for the Cleveland show.
Hey, y'all! It's the Cleveland Show!
Huh, that's weird. Black guys usually don't promote themselves.
Brian becomes anxious, urging Stewie to hurry and bring them back home, but the return pad doesn't work here because the laws of physics don't apply.
The way a fool would do madly,
Like Mario Paint.
because you held me tight and stole a kiss in the night.
Hell
Stewie
no.
tells Brian he can overload the return pad, which would cause an explosion that will send
Steal
them to
kisses.
the future. Though Stewie doesn't want to do it, Brian convinces him by saying that he'll tell Stewie a story he's never heard, but only if Stewie tries it.
Never steal kisses. That's how they got Jeffrey Epstein, I think.
Stewie agrees and they return to the present.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it. Okay, now tell me the joke.
Oh, it's nothing really. It's just this bit about a Planned Parenthood clinic on Halloween.
Next.
Afterwards, Stewie realizes that their explosion in the space-time continuum was the Big Bang, and he is the one who created the universe.
So wait, that means that I kind of created the universe too.
No. You're sort of the Art Garfunkel of the universe.
Art Garfunkel of the universe? Guess that makes you the guy who does all the work while I sit back and enjoy the fame. The next morning after breakfast, Stewie announces he's going to the farmer's market to buy plutonium for the time machine. Organic plutonium, of course.
Yep, I'm only using organic plutonium now. Think globally, buy locally. Hey, slut, get me out of this.
At the market, Stewie approaches a stall run by a man who happens to be a terrorist and buys the plutonium.
So how's the whole terrorism thing going?
Well, the good news is my son died in a car bombing. The bad news is he borrowed my car.
Bad.
The vendor, dealing with
Terrible
marital
and bad.
problems, asks Stewie for a favor when handing over the goods, which takes Stewie by surprise.
I hope you kill my bitch wife with it.
Whoa,
No.
whoa, where's that coming from?
Wow.
I'm just a little upset because she left me. I guess she didn't know what jihad. Come on!
Oh, sorry.
Meanwhile, Bertram, Stewie's half-brother, watches from a distance and decides to use Stewie's time machine for his own malicious purposes.
I am gonna kill one of your ancestors, effectively erasing you from history!
He sneaks into Stewie's house, wakes him up, and distracts him with a toy lawnmower.
You know, it's funny. I had actually stopped playing with that toy, but now that I see you with it, I kind of want to play with it again. Look at me! I'm mowing the lawn!
As Stewie becomes distracted, Bertram rewinds time to when Brian enters the room, triggering a cascade of time waves that start erasing everything. They end up somewhere in Venice, Italy, around the late 1400s or early 1500s. Stewie discovers that Leonardo da Vinci is one of his ancestors.
Da Vinci must be my ancestor. Good lord! That's who Bertram's here to kill!
So that means you're Italian.
Of course, my love for SpaghettiOs and smoking on the toilet. It all makes sense.
Ew.
He deduces that since both he and Bertram share DNA from Peter, Bertram has traveled to this time to eliminate Stewie without affecting his own existence. Brian, unsure of what to do, is reassured by Stewie, who reminds him that he's a genius, much like Thomas Edison.
Remember, I'm a genius, like Thomas Edison.
Thomas, what are you doing?
Experimenting?
Oh, so this is your idea of hands-on learning, interesting approach.
No.
When Bertram arrives, he throws a knife at Leonardo, forcing Stewie to jump in and block the attack with a paint palette.
Stewie! That's my name, don't wear it out. See, that's brand new to him.
A fierce battle follows, with the two stealing Leonardo's early flight inventions and fighting mid-air. Stewie is briefly distracted by a male statue. Well, I guess someone's already a fan of classic art. Finally, Stewie found Bertram's weakness and fired a rocket, blowing up his glider. On the ground, when Bertram pulls out a crossbow and threatens them, Stewie is undeterred. Despite being warned that killing Leonardo could destroy the universe, Bertram kills Leonardo anyway.
So if you kill me, you're killing yourself and everything else that ever existed or will exist.
Worth it!
This leads to a final showdown where Stewie wrestles the crossbow from Bertram and shoots him in the chest and head, killing
it.
him.
Hey, Bertram, what's your favorite kind of bottled water? Mine's Arrowhead.
Brian later complains about their failures, but then realizes that the universe hasn't disappeared. Stewie recognizes that there's still a slim chance he could be born. Seeing that Bertram has wet his pants, Stewie hatches a plan to ensure his own ancestry by injecting his DNA into Leonardo's girlfriend.
So I'll take Da Vinci's place and pass it on.
Wait, how'd you get that from bowels?
Huh?
I was just wondering how you got that from... You know what? I don't care.
He sends Brian back to the future to check if the plan works, and a Vatican priest delivers a letter written by Stewie under the alias of Leonardo da Vinci. Stewie has frozen himself in their basement. Later, Brian digs him out, and Stewie tries to trick Brian into kissing him, but the plan fails when Brian suggests taking Meg instead.
You gotta kiss him to wake him up.
I guess you gonna
I'm not
sleep
gonna kiss
forever.
you.
Stewie can't hear you. He's not awake. Only a kiss will wake him up.
Well, time to
I
bring
better
him
get
back.
Meg.
Oh, where am I?
As a gift, Stewie gives Brian a candle from that time period, but Brian doesn't appreciate it.
A candle? I can get a candle now. You couldn't have grabbed me one of his original notebooks?
You know, I didn't have to bring you back anything.
It's almost like you didn't.
Number 2. The Turtles' evil plot against Stewie in Season 11, Episode 6. The story kicks off when Lois takes Stewie to the park. While there, she notices other mothers happily playing with their kids and decides she wants to do the same with Stewie. However, as she picks him up, she realizes something is wrong with her back, causing her to accidentally drop Stewie.
Ow, son of a bitch! Oh my god, Stewie, are you alright?
Nice throw, Casey Anthony.
Annoyed, Stewie stomps off to a nearby pond, where he notices a scratch on his face. He hopes the Sears workers might be able to fix his now pitiful-looking mug. At that moment, a turtle appears. Stewie, surprisingly unafraid, takes an instant liking to it, even sharing his colorful and eccentric tales with the little creature.
How about Michelle Rodriguez? Yeah, me too, kinda, right? You know, she's got like a cute tomboy thing where you feel like you could play softball with her and then later on give her the old sausage.
He expresses his fondness for the turtle, calling it cute and believing they share an unspoken bond that all bald men understand.
I thought he'd never
No.
leave.
Me
No.
neither.
That does not happen.
Oh, did you guys just do the thing?
That evening, Stewie, ever the adorable host, introduces the turtle to his toys, fire trucks, a spring, and of course his coolest possession, a seriously flexible piece of plastic.
Oh, this looks like fun. It says I have cancer.
We thought it would be better if you heard it from chemicals in an egg.
He names the turtle Sheldon and proudly presents it to Brian. Stewie cheerfully mentions that he brought Sheldon home just as Rupert was heading off to the gym, but when he glances over at Rupert, he's shocked to discover that Rupert has lost an eye.
I brought him home today, and coincidentally, this is the day Rupert started working out again. So transparent. Rupert, what happened to your eye?
Brian suspects that the turtle is the culprit, but Stewie defends Sheldon, claiming the turtle is well-mannered. It's only when Stewie and Brian leave the room that Sheldon's true malicious nature is revealed.
Oh. That is messed
The following
up.
days in Stewie's room are anything but peaceful. When Stewie flips to the next page of his book to show Sheldon, he's unexpectedly injured by a paper cutter that was left as a bookmark.
Ah, paper cut! A razor blade? Who the hell uses a razor blade as a bookmark?
It's not just Stewie who's falling victim to the turtle's antics. Brian is too. He accuses Stewie of switching his Jack Daniels with diet soda, and when Stewie denies it, the two start arguing. Brian mentions a series of strange occurrences, like someone replacing Meg's sleeping pills with Alka-Seltzer.
People are gonna miss me when I'm...
Or sending Peter a hot butt for a gift.
La 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 la, regular life, la 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 la.
Stewie believes there must be a logical explanation for the chaos, but just as he says this, a cupboard crashes down, almost crushing him.
Okay, who replaced my glasses with forks? I mean, they're real good for seeing forks, but not much else.
Later that night, Stewie is woken by the sight of Sheldon crawling up onto his bed. At first, Stewie assumes the turtle is just lost and plans to return it to its jar. But as he heads to the door, the turtle reveals its evil side, hurling the jar at him.
Well, long as I'm up, I might as well go spit in Lois's mouth.
Luckily, Stewie dodges it, but the encounter leaves him shaken. Stewie tries to leave the room, only to be blocked by Sheldon. Terrified, he locks himself in his room, but somehow, Sheldon still manages to enter like a ghost. Forced to act, Stewie throws the turtle into the toilet and flushes it away.
Get out!
Oops, didn't mean to catch the live performance. You'd think that would be the end of it, but no. After being washed down the drain, Sheldon emerges from a lake, cold and unbothered. He even takes out a seagull that tries to stop him before continuing on his way. Seagulls to the turtle. You win, we're out. The bad guy always gets the right of way. One sunny evening, Stewie gets a phone call, one he imagines to be from a newspaper editor wanting to quote Rupert on Stewie's dancing skills. But to his horror, Rupert is nowhere to be found. Instead, Stewie discovers a gift box, likely sent by the wicked turtle.
Magnolia cupcakes. Rupert! Oh my god! Oh my god, no! If he did this to you, I swear I'll kill him!
Furious, Stewie vows revenge for Rupert's disappearance. And just when his emotions are running high, he stumbles upon another creepy gift box.
What's that box from Bloomingdale's doing here?
Oh.
I don't know who this is.
That night, Stewie comes to the realization that Sheldon is back. He pretends to be asleep to lure the turtle in, then, when the time is right, launches a surprise attack.
Hey, get out here and fight me!
The two engage in an epic and comedic battle. Sheldon scurries downstairs, setting a trap that injures Stewie.
Now batting, Stewie Griffin. Oh, crap.
In the chaos, Stewie can't help but comment that Sheldon's grotesque form looks like Larry David naked.
Ugh, you look like a nude Larry David.
Wow, you two are like a before and before picture. But Sheldon isn't fazed. Just as he's about to strike Stewie, a miraculous savior appears. Super Mario falls from the sky and swoops in to save the day.
No! Oh my god, Super Mario! What are you doing here?
I jump on a turtle, Stewie. It's not an exciting life, but is my life.
Number 3, Stewie's clone from Season 9, Episode 12. Brian takes Stewie to the park, where Stewie happily starts building a sandcastle, but soon a boy comes along and destroys it before walking off. Stewie, visibly frustrated, tells the boy to stop, only to be met with a condescending reply, "What do you want, freak?" Stewie remains calm and responds, "Just wait a second, let me fix this little problem."
Alright, I think we're all set here.
Oh.
Wow, never seen that happen before.
Stewie can hardly believe it's happening. After all, he's assembled this gun millions of times. Brian suggests that it's not the gun, but rather that Stewie has mellowed out, and it's true. He's been busy learning the things a child needs to know, like how to use the bathroom.
Hey, I got a lot on my plate, man. I'm learning to use the toilet, I'm learning what shapes are. I spent half an hour laughing at my own feet yesterday.
Brian points out that this is exactly why Stewie's lost his edge. Stewie brushes off Brian's comments, raising his foot to kick him. But then, almost instinctively, he bursts out laughing at the sight of his own foot.
I don't care for your tone, and I'd say you deserve a good kick of... Look, Brian, look at them.
Later that night, after reflecting on Brian's words, Stewie realizes that he's become too soft, so he invents a device to help boost his mental focus and activate his more vicious side. However, after using the device, he feels no different.
Well, how do you feel?
I don't know. I don't feel any different.
Stewie decides he just needs more time to fine-tune it and asks Brian to help him retrieve a few of Peter's old gadgets from the gay rage.
Look, your machine obviously didn't work.
Oh, just needs a few adjustments, that's all. Come on, help me get some of Peter's tools out of the garage.
When they step outside, the machine unexpectedly emits a signal and summons a sinister-looking clone of Stewie, except this one is wearing a red shirt and yellow overalls.
The garage. I'm mad that he said that. Word?
The next morning, as Brian watches TV, the clone with the menacing stare approaches him slowly, causing Brian to jump in surprise. When Brian asks about the strange outfit, the clone coolly grabs the remote and removes the batteries to give Brian a special surprise.
Oh. Somebody's playing the Christmas music while it's going on. That's what they're doing, huh?
Then bolts out the door. When the real Stewie comes in and asks what happened, Brian assumes it's the clone, and he begins trying to avoid Stewie, thinking it's the dangerous version. Stewie tells Brian to calm down.
Oh, easy, man, easy.
What the hell is your problem?
Me? What did I do? You're the one going all Michael Hutchins over here.
As the argument escalates, the clone reappears, and Brian gasps, "Oh my god."
What?
Oh my god.
Good lord. I am a genius.
Brian turns to Stewie and asks, "What the hell is that?" Stewie calmly explains that his machine worked, creating an evil version of him. This explains why he's been so nice lately. Brian is furious and demands that Stewie get rid of it, but Stewie disagrees, insisting that the clone could be useful for research. Perhaps it could help upgrade his nervous system.
Evil Stewie, come with me. We're going to run a few tests on...
Yep. There you go. Definitely have
Created a
to
clone
now.
to help me out, and now it's literally taking me down. Self-improvement just got violent. The clone knocks Stewie out and then turns its attention to Brian, delivering double the damage and causing Brian intense pain. The clone then climbs through the window and runs outside, stopping a passing car to do something even more horrendous.
Oh my god, a baby! Are you okay?
Damn.
That was so evil, even Darth Vader would say, "Whoa, take it easy." Brian and Stewie jump in the car to track down the clone. On the way, Brian suggests the clone could be anywhere, and it's all Stewie's fault. Stewie protests, saying it's Brian's fault for encouraging him to stop being so cruel in the first place, which led to the creation of this evil clone. Stewie worries that the clone is out there causing havoc, and sure enough, the clone is setting a trap to trick Kool-Aid Man.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah!
I'm not looking for trouble, I'm just here for a soda shin. Stewie comes up with a brilliant plan to lure the clone out. He ties Brian to a flagpole in the park as bait, hoping the clone will show up. Brian, using some clever taunts, finally gets the clone to appear with a gun.
Hey, well, you know, you're doing me a favor. I've had enough. I can't live with that stupid family anymore. Do me a favor and end it all for me, will you?
Delighted to oblige, Brian.
Stewie drops down from a tree and tries to take control of the situation, but the gun is knocked out of their hands and the two start fighting hand to hand. The struggle gets so intense that by the end of it, they're both left wearing only diapers. Finally, Brian manages to untie himself and grab the gun, but he's in a tough spot. He can't tell which Stewie is the real one, as they both look the same in their diapers.
Oh, come on, not this thing, really?
In a moment of brilliance, Brian tells them to look at their feet. The real Stewie would be the one who laughs like a maniac when he looks down at his foot.
Look at your feet.
Why? They're just feet. What are they doing down there? They're like leg hands.
Stewie praises Brian for his clever thinking, and Brian hopes he's made the right choice. But as they walk away, Stewie turns back to the camera with glowing yellow eyes, looking like Michael Jackson in a music video, and it's clear that Brian might have made the wrong choice after all. Number 4. Stewie's girlfriend in Season 10, Episode 19. In this episode, Brian takes Stewie to a live reading event by author Jonathan Franzen. Stewie, unimpressed, expresses his dislike for listening to authors read their own works, recalling a terrible experience he had with Dr. Seuss.
And when the drugs stopped numbing the pain, the sex became even more violent.
It doesn't rhyme.
The new stuff doesn't rhyme!
Once seated, Brian quickly tries to impress the girl next to him by falsely claiming that Jonathan Franzen is the best writer among his students. Just as he's bragging, an announcement comes over the speaker. Franzen won't be showing up, much to everyone's disappointment. Brian attempts to take the spotlight, but Stewie shoots him down with a quick spray of water.
Mr. Franzen has informed us he's not coming. Like most real authors, he's too good for this dumb town.
I hate it here! Well, this crowd was promised an author. No!
Yeah, nice job, Stewie. She mentions she needs to head back to her dorm to finish a law paper, to which Brian seizes the opportunity to offer his help in reviewing it before submission. The girl agreed, which made Stewie furious and sarcastically mock her.
Come on, we're going.
All right, hold on. Is this what your parents are paying all that tuition for?
Come
so you
on,
can
bro.
dogs?
At the dorm, Brian quickly followed the girl into the bedroom, leaving Stewie in the living room to watch a movie. Such a naughty dog.
Here, watch one of her movies or something.
Ugh, Charlie St. Cloud? And why are there so many fingerprints on this? Who's handling their Charlie St. Cloud DVD all the time?
Later on the drive home, Stewie sulks, prompting Brian to try and cheer him up by taking him to the park. There, Stewie sees a child playing with a toy he likes and asks to join, only to be coldly rejected. "No, it's mine," the kid says, shoving Stewie to the ground. Just then, Penelope appears, asking if Stewie is okay. The two hit it off, with Penelope offering to let him play with her toys, but only after she deals with the rude child by giving him a candy.
Ruthless.
Don't push.
At Penelope's house, Stewie and she bond over playing dolls, and Stewie quickly becomes smitten with her. They discover they have a lot in common, including the fact that both have secret weapon caches in their rooms. Penelope's even larger than Stewie's, making cleaning up a real chore, especially with Consuela, the slow housekeeper.
Yes, although sometimes I think it's too big. It takes the cleaning woman forever to clean it.
What's already broken?
When Stewie learns that Penelope used her weapons to eliminate a character from Sex and the City, he's both impressed and intrigued by her ruthlessness. Stewie is particularly drawn to her after she reveals she made her mother disappear from the world.
No, she died. She was taking a tub and somebody came in and cut her head off.
Wait a moment. Did you kill her?
Well, I held the knife. And her hair.
That kid is so evil, even the devil is asking for tips. Stewie, completely enamored, kneels before her and says he's finally found his ideal partner. Penelope agrees, declaring that they're meant to be together. Stewie, thrilled, compares the feeling to Maverick meeting Goose.
This must be how Maverick felt when he met Goose.
I feel the need for speed! And Scientology.
No, just speed.
Together, they wreak havoc in Quahog, including a bomb Stewie planted in Mort's wallet that upon opening would create a huge explosion. The duo laughs as they follow Mort, only to be disappointed when Mort goes on vacation for 2 weeks without ever opening his wallet.
Oh, bloody hell, how do you go 2 weeks without opening your wallet?
Yeah, he's been out to dinner like 4 times.
Undeterred, Stewie builds a new bomb that goes off when Mort burps into it. Both bombs explode at once, disintegrating Mort completely.
Oh, I better make sure my wallet's okay.
How do you make a Jewish guy laugh? Tell him a joke about spending money. The chaos continues as Stewie triggers a tsunami to destroy Copenhagen.
Roaring, twenting, tidal waving!
And Penelope takes things even further by bombing the Great Wall of China, the Eiffel Tower, and several other landmarks around the world, even causing international tensions.
Look at this note I sent off. Dear Pakistan, up yours. Love, India. Let's see what happens.
They did not need much.
Back at home, the news reports that authorities are searching for the masterminds behind the destruction, and Brian immediately suspects Stewie and Penelope.
Our top story, authorities are still searching for the culprits in a series of horrific acts of destruction all across... Scroll down, guys. The globe. That could have fit on there. There was a long space at the end of that line.
Stewie admits he's always wanted to rule the world, and Brian realizes Stewie's in a toxic relationship, one that Penelope has led him into. Brian warns Stewie not to spend so much time with her, but Stewie refuses to listen and storms off.
Penelope is wonderful. We're going to be together forever.
Well, Rupert, this is a big mess.
What the hell were you doing talking to him?
Later, after some reflection, Stewie tries to give Penelope some advice, that she shouldn't harm people every day. Penelope gets upset, demanding to know if Stewie loves her, and if so, he should help her take down Brian.
Family Guy is brought to you by Axe Body Spray. Axe Body Spray. Spray it on after gym class instead of getting beat up in the shower. Kinda weird those guys want to fight you naked, huh? Axe Body Spray.
After some careful thought, Stewie decides to go through with it and tries to take down Brian using various tools, though all his attempts fail, even hurting himself in the process.
Oh, am I kidding? I can't do this.
I was gonna cause chaos, but tripped over my own plans. Stewie returns to Penelope, admitting he couldn't go through with it because Brian is his best friend. He thought Penelope would understand, but instead, she decides to handle Brian herself. Stewie, resigned, remarks, "Strong women are always the nightmares, like Joan of Arc."
I kill people and burp and watch so much porn. Isn't that cool?
No.
I like a lot of goofball comedies that other chicks don't like. My favorite thing to play is Call of Duty.
Joan, though about to be burned at the stake, remains upbeat and indifferent, casually talking about her personal interests.
Look me up. I'm Guitar Girl 76.
Let's burn this chick at the stake.
I love steak. Other girls don't. I'm actually more like a dude. Hey guys, don't come in my room. I might be rubbing one in.
Stewie manages to return home just in time to stop Brian from drinking coffee that Penelope had poisoned. Brian lies about eating a donut, prompting Stewie to help him throw up.
Stewie, you out of your mind? Trust me, I'm only doing what's best for you.
Well, I do feel pretty thin and wonderful. And I still got to eat the donut. Why isn't everybody doing this?
They are.
Just then, a delivery man arrives for Brian, but Stewie intervenes, throwing the package away before it can explode. Brian, confused, asks what's going on, and Stewie, tearfully apologizing, explains everything before escorting him to safety.
Penelope told me I had to kill you because you said we should break up, but I couldn't bring myself to do it, so then she said she was gonna kill you and... This is not for you. That was weird. What was he doing?
But it's too late. Penelope arrives and kills the delivery man. She tells Stewie to step aside so she can finish off Brian, but Stewie refuses. Brian, though, reassures Stewie that she's just a 1-year-old child.
Stewie, she's 1 year old. I think I can handle this myself. All right, Stewie, tag in.
That kid's so tough, even Chuck Norris would think twice before picking a fight. Stewie charges at Penelope, but she fights back fiercely, even willing to take down Stewie if necessary.
Anti-gravity gun! This is beyond my technology. Perhaps if I detonate an electromagnetic pulse, it will disable it.
Though Penelope's weapons seem a bit more advanced, Stewie's intelligence gives him the upper hand, and he finally gains the advantage. Penelope agrees to leave Brian alone, but as she retreats, she kisses Stewie and uses a wire gun to hang him upside down from a streetlight. With a smile, she walks away.
That was beautiful. I'm gonna tell my friends I banged her.
In the end, Stewie admits Brian was right about Penelope, and life returns to normal. Well, as normal as it can be for the Griffins. Meg, however, remains the only one left out of the action, as she has no scenes in the entire episode.
You okay?
I will be. I will be, babe.
Oh, hey, Meg. What have you been up to?
Number 5, facing the Hannah Montana robot in Season 8, Episode 5. Stewie is watching TV when he learns that Hannah Montana is coming to Quahog for a concert in just 3 days. Excited, he can't wait to go, but his joy quickly turns to frustration when the
I didn't know they had Hannah Montana on Family Guy.
host announces that all the tickets have already sold out.
Oh, no. I'm calling anyway. I need Hannah Montana tickets and I need them now. Never mind who this is. Can you get them or not? I guess I should dial something first.
Brian, hearing the commotion, asks what's going on when he sees that Stewie is watching Hannah Montana, where the father is awkwardly dealing with his daughter's 2 identities.
You can't tell Hannah what to do. She's not your daughter.
Wait, so Miley is my daughter, but Hannah isn't?
Right.
Great. Put your wig on. Shut up. This is real.
Brian mocks him for being a fan of the show. Stewie denies liking it at first, but admits he's secretly obsessed with Miley Cyrus. Desperate, he begs Brian to help him get a ticket to the concert. Brian refuses, calling it a stupid waste of time, but Stewie tearfully declares that Hannah Montana is his hero.
Are you crying?
Yes, Hannah Montana is my hero. I love her so much, and this is the only time she's going to be in town, and now I'll never get to see her. Will you help me?
All right, fine.
Reluctantly, Brian agrees, and the two sneak into the venue, taking advantage of the distracted security. After searching, Stewie spots his idol, but as he tries to act cool, he can't contain his excitement when he sees Miley in person.
Okay, now remember to play it cool. Act like you belong here. Oh my God, Miley, I love you. I'm your biggest fan. Can I touch your hair? Ah!
Surprised by the two strangers, Miley asks how they got in, to which Brian quickly lies, saying Stewie is a huge fan and, on a whim, claims that Stewie has cancer to tug at her heartstrings.
This is my friend Stewie. He's just a baby, and he's your biggest fan, and he has cancer.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, he's got a tumor in his head the size of a football.
Oh really? Does it come with its own personal trainer too? Stewie was then privileged to sit next to Miley Cyrus, feeling as if he were in a wonderful dream. His words made Miley smile, and oddly enough, they could communicate well with each other. As they got to know each other, Stewie found out she was writing a new song and offered her one he had recently written.
So do I.
Oh, you wrote a song? Look at you. You're a regular little Tim McGraw.
Oh sure, I look just like them, as if they were in a funhouse mirror. Miley praised the lyrics Stewie wrote and invited him to duet the song with her, which made Stewie very happy.
That we've got what it takes to be very best friends.
Miley is incredibly sweet, buying ice cream for Brian and Stewie and letting them hang out before heading off for an interview. However, when Stewie hands her his phone, they hear a strange noise coming from it.
Stewie, can you hand me my cell phone?
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
That was weird. Did you hear that when I was giving her the phone?
No.
It was like interference or something.
Curious, Stewie and Brian sneak into the dressing room, only to be shocked to discover that Miley is actually a robot. This explains why she was able to communicate so naturally with Stewie.
Oh my god! She's an android! Miley Cyrus is an android!
Brian said she was created by Disney, that they built perfect idol robots. Stewie agreed, saying she never fell, like Fencer Henry with a big hole in the middle of him.
Aha! Right through me! Prepare for returned fire, Sir Joseph Broadfront! I give you one last chance to rescind your insult of calling me a common dandy. Never?
The two watch in awe as Miley dances flawlessly, still unable to believe she's not human.
She dances like a real girl. She moves like a real girl.
Yeah?
Do you think she does other stuff like a real girl? You know, if you reprogrammed her?
Brian, that's 6. She's 16.
I'm 8.
Stewie, ever the inventor, figures out a way to access her circuits and tamper with her internal wiring. He shocks her, causing her to short circuit and go haywire.
Miley Smash!
Uh-oh. Hey, hang on. Maybe I can fix this. Run!
Panicking, Stewie runs for cover, while Miley, now out of control, rampages through the street.
Do you think you could make a little more time for your son?
Yeah, I guess so.
What's the hurry? Did you guys see a spider, or are you just running from your problems? Exactly. Trouble is looming. After settling the dispute between Peter and Chris, the monkey rushed in to try to stop Miley. However, he only made her angrier.
Miss Cyrus, I ask you to stop what you're doing. I don't just mean this, I mean everything. The show, the music, it's all just awful.
Peter calls Quagmire, who zooms in on a fighter jet to try and save the monkey. As Miley reaches the rooftop and prepares to toss the monkey off, Quagmire and Peter swoop in, firing on the rogue robot.
All right, Peter, we're closing in. Get ready to fire.
After taking a few hits, Miley releases the monkey, who narrowly avoids falling but manages to grab onto the building. Miley briefly fights back, but Quagmire's plane delivers the final blow, sending the robot plummeting to the ground, where she powers down. The monkey, unable to hold on any longer, falls, but is saved by Peter at the last second. As the
hands down the scariest clip I've seen in years. I really felt like I was falling with it, bro. I'm bad with heights.
Chaos settles, Stewie and Brian survey the wreckage, and Stewie jokes that this is Brian's chance to see if the robot's throat works like a real girl's.
You know, Brian, here's your shot. Go for it. Oh, too late.
No, it's not.
Well, at least the dog's got something to hold on to now. Guess it's the only part of her that still works.
Yep, nothing better than getting a spin job from the hand of an animatronic killer chick that just now got done trying to murderize you. Makes perfect sense if you don't think about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. It's your boy BlastphamousHD. Twisms.